Well, good morning and welcome to another version of Friday Mental Motivation. I am Cedric LaFleur. I am excited to be with you again this day. Friday is always a great day of the week. And let me tell you what, folks, I'm going to be with you quick, fast, and in a hurry here. I want to talk with you about I am the person I was born to be. Now, this message is for that person that is not living who they were meant to be. For that person who's always told they're not good enough, so they try to change themselves. And let me tell you what, I want to tell you what, folks, don't try to change yourself to be somebody else. Just be the person you were born to be. You know, there were these two fish that were young fish that were swimming along the way, and they were just happened to run across an older fish who was swimming in the opposite direction, and that fish just nodded at them, and the fish says to them, "Morning, boys, how is the water?" Well, the two young fish didn't understand what he was saying. They just kept on swimming along, and eventually one of the younger fish turned to the other and he said, "What in the heck is water?" See, the most obvious and important reality are the ones that are the hardest to see and to talk about. And sometimes being the person that we were born to be is the hard thing for us to talk about, for us to imagine, because we've always been beat down or told that we're not good enough, that we're not ready. And let me tell you what, folks, today is the day that I want you to understand that you are good enough, that you are ready. See, I am, and this message, before I even start, this message, I want you to repeat it after me. I am an amazing person. See, beautifully designed by a creator. I have peace of mind about who I am. I am the person who I was born to be, and I accept myself just the way that I am. I want to make sure that you understand this. See, real peace of mind comes from the realization that being myself is good enough. Being yourself is good enough. There's no one I would rather be other than who I am. See, understanding the many layers of my personality frees me from the confusion about my identity. See, there's no one else in the world that I can do what I can do. I abstain from imitating others, because when I imitate others, I cheat the world of my true talent. See, by being myself, I am fulfilling the plan set out for my own life. You see, as I accept myself, the walls of jealousy and disappointment come crashing down. In their place, I build confidence and self-assurance. I wrap myself with the garments of peace, and I stand before the mirror of positivity. I'm going to say that again because you need to hear it. I wrap myself with the garments of peace, and I stand before the mirror of positivity. When I look at myself, I refrain from criticism. Instead, my inner language is coded with grace and encouragement. I stop listening to myself and I start talking to myself. I'm standing in front of the mirror. As I'm standing in front of the mirror, I do nothing but build myself up. I don't tear myself down. I shift my view from what ifs about my life and focus on the amazing reality that I am a part of who I am. I delight in making new discoveries about myself every day. See, today I am proud of who I am. I want you to say that to yourself, and I want you to say it out loud to yourself several times a day. I am proud of who I am. I choose to embrace my reality and be myself, which is the best thing I can be. So be the person you were born to be. Be the person you were born to be. Be the person you were born to be. Live your life, not the life someone else wants you to live. I'm going to say that again because I know somebody needs to hear it. Live your life and not the life that someone else wants you to live. They don't want you to live your dream. Get this, because they gave up on their dream. I'm going to say it again now. See, they don't want you to live your dream. They don't want you to live your reality. They don't want you to be great. They don't want you to be lifted up because they gave up on their dream. See, they put it to the side. They said, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I'm not ready yet. What if I fail? They don't like it. And I'm here to tell you folks that you need to live your dream, because average will try to keep you average all day long, and you don't want to be around average. And let me tell you what, just when you're not living the life of the person you want to be, you have some good things happen in your life. And here's what I want to tell you. Given that you had good things happen in your life, what you need to ask yourself is, so what's next? What will I do with the progress I've made? See, when you start thinking like that, you start living in your reality and start living the life that you want to lead. See, you have to say, I acknowledge the progress I've made. I enjoy it. I celebrate it. Then ask yourself, how can I make things even better? Don't ask, are they going to like it? Is this person going to like it? Is that person going to like it? What if they don't like it? Don't ask yourself that. You have to be willing to ask yourself, how can I make this even better? What's the next step? What am I going to do? Because that is where better progress is, folks. That's where great things start to happen here, folks. And let me tell you what. When I think about what gets in the way of great results, great relationships, and more enjoyable days, it really seems to come down to soft skills sometimes. The things that you tell you that you, when you're listening to yourself instead of talking to yourself. So you have to start talking to yourself. See, our attitudes toward work and people around us tend to impact us in a negative way sometimes. And let me tell you what, you got to learn to smile a little bit more. So when you're ready to push things and go beyond the common level of meeting expectations, and you want to go to that extraordinary level, then let me tell you what you learn to do is you learn to smile and move. You never heard that concept, huh? Well, let me tell you what smile and move is. Let me give you the 5 ways to smile. Number 1, you got to wake up. You got to be attentive and engaged. Number 2, you got to be thankful. Thankful for the opportunity, for the gifts that you have, and for the gifts to serve others and to add value to other people. Number 3, you have to be approachable. It attracts and invites even more opportunity. Number 4, you have to complain less. You see, being positive is more fun. It just really is, folks. And number 5 of the 5 ways to smile is you got to smile more. You got to just practice it. Turn that face up like this. It's where pleasantness begins. Now, let me give you the 4 ways to move, and I'm going to get on out of the way and let you have the rest of your Friday. See, the 4 ways to move is, 1, you got to start early and go long. Ooh, let me say that again because I just like that. Start early and go long. See, get lost in your service to others. Get lost in living a life that you want to live. Get lost in being all of you. Number 2, you got to go beyond expectations. See, you can't just have average results. You just can't just meet the expectation. You got to exceed expectations. So go beyond expectations. Expect more from yourself. Number 3, you have to have a sense of urgency. Everyone's time is valuable. I hear people say it all the time. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. That's foolishness. You have plenty of time. You got 86,400 seconds in every day. You got 168 hours in every week. You got 730 hours in every month. You got 8,760 hours in every year. You have plenty of time. You just have to make the time if you want to be great. If you want to go be extraordinary, if you want to go above and beyond, you have to have a sense of urgency. And number 4, you have to be resourceful and be resilient, meaning results of what we are results of what we're all are after. So you have to be willing to be resourceful. You have plenty of resources right around you if you start looking. See, when you open up your eyes and you start smiling and moving, all of a sudden you see all the opportunities that are in your way, in front of you. You see all the resources that you have to help you go above and beyond. You stop having that scarcity mindset, worrying about, well, it's going to cost me too much. You got to get rid of that scarcity mindset saying that I don't have enough time. You got to get rid of that scarcity mindset that says, oh, nobody's going to help me. You got to get rid of that scarcity mindset that says, I'm not good enough yet, folks. You have to, when you start opening your eyes and you start smiling and you're moving, you're going to see the resources around it. And then the last thing is you have to be resourceful. You have to be resilient. You have to be willing to bounce back. Every now and then you're going to get knocked down. That's okay. You just have to be willing to bounce back. So when something bad happens to you, don't give up, right? Just know that, hey, what will I do now? What am I going to do to bounce back? What will I do with what I've learned from this bounce back situation, this failure right here? What am I going to do? Because I want to move forward. That's the way you got to think about it. I choose a path and I'm going to take it, meaning I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to bounce back up and then I'm going to pick a path and I'm going to take it. I might need to stop what I'm doing and just pause a little bit and say, okay, let me make a correction here and then keep on moving. Never just stop and stay still. You stop, look around, observe, and keep moving. In fact, I'd rather even put it like this. Don't even stop. Just pause and slow down just a little bit. So like when you're getting ready to get on the interstate and they have that yield sign to say, look for ongoing traffic, right? It's not saying you got to stop. It's saying slow down and then speed right back on up. And that's what I want to tell you. So every time you need to understand that you need to live the life and be the person that you were born to be. When you do, folks, let me tell you what, things start happening for you. Let me tell you what, folks. You see, when I became a multimillionaire at 52, it wasn't because everybody was cheering me on. It wasn't because everybody believed that I can do it. It wasn't because I had all of these other resources around me. No, it was because I was being consistent and intentional. I was living a life that I wanted to live. I was doing the things in my finances that I wanted to do. You see, when you retire at the age of 50, like I was able to do, it's not because somebody was cheering you on and say, hey, we're going to help you retire at age 50. No, in fact, those people are going to try to knock you down. They may even try to tell you you're not good enough yet. You're not ready for that yet. But let me tell you what, folks, as long as you're consistent and intentional in everything that you're doing, and you know what you know about yourself, and you believe in what you believe about yourself, then all of a sudden you start to see the possibility. You see, you have to believe in yourself. You have to be willing to say, I know that I can do this, and I know that I don't have to worry about what the world is saying about me. You see, because when I was 19 and getting married, ain't nobody was believing in that. They all were saying, oh, that's not going to work. I know it. I could hear it. I could see it. People were saying it to my face. That's not going to work. Unfortunately, Cedric, you're getting married too young. The odds are against you. That's okay. They can all say it. But look now, one marriage 35 years later, what they're saying now. You see? And some of them have been married 3, 4, 5 times, got 6 or 7 baby mamas and baby daddies and all of that type of stuff. You see, folks? So what you have to do is you got to believe in yourself, you see? And now I'm sitting here, not bragging, just try to help you understand. You see, retired at 50, doing the things I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and not worrying about a bill coming this month or next month, not worried about, hey, I can't work because of COVID, not worrying about all those things, you see. But the great thing about it is, folks, if you start believing in yourself, whoo, man, it's amazing what happens, you see, because God didn't make you by mistake, you see. He made you on purpose. He was very consistent and intentional with what he was doing when he made you. You see, every part of you, every bone, every muscle, everything about you, he made it being very intentional and consistent. So he knows what you already can do. So he's not waiting for him to decide you can do it. He's waiting for you to decide that you can do it. And once you decide that you can do it, you know what, folks? Nobody can stop you. So that's why I'm here to tell you, you need to live and be the person you were born to be. You were born intentionally and on purpose. And that's why you're here. He's just waiting on you to say, I want to do it. Your family is waiting on you to say, I can do it. Your family is waiting on you to tell the world that I am here and I am bad and I am bold and I can do this. So you may be a person that's just graduating from high school and you're kind of scared. Just believe in yourself, right? Go get some help and find the resources around you. You may be a person trying to figure out a new job or a new career. All you have to do is go out there and believe in yourself. And when you do believe in yourself, let me tell you what, folks, nobody can stop you. You can see right now, everybody's clapping and applauding, saying, woo, Cedric, you the man. You have done all of these things. This is great. This is wonderful and all this type of stuff. But they didn't believe years ago in 1986. They didn't believe it, but they believe it now because they see it. But it was because I believed in me. I believed in myself. I didn't have to worry about if my friend believed it, if my family believed it. Now, I don't want to make sure that you understand it. Not everybody around me was against it. There were some people that were clapping and cheering and all of this type of stuff saying, hey, man, I sure hope it works out great. I sure hope you reach the goals that you're. I did have those people, right? But you know what I'm talking about, right? Every person has some of those people who are just sitting on the sideline. I don't even call them haters. They just don't understand us. That's what I tell you. That's what they are. They're just people that don't understand. They don't see a bigger picture. They don't see a great thing in their life. So they can't imagine a great thing happening in your life. They don't see wonderful things happening in their life. They don't see extraordinary things happening in their life. They don't see favor happening in their life. They don't see blessings coming their way. They go to church every Sunday, but they don't really believe the words that they say every day. Oh, yes, I have faith. I believe in God. They say it, but they don't believe it. You see, because if they believed it, then they would do it. If they believed it, then they would live an extraordinary life. If they believed it, then they would live and be the person that they were meant to be. You see, so it's a whole different thing in saying the words and everybody's shouting it. But there's a wholly different thing in if you're actually going to do it. Now, I want to tell you, folks, and this is Friday Mental Motivation. You know, I'm supposed to be 15 minutes and out. I'm at 16 minutes now here right now. But, folks, it's just too good to leave this right here. And I need to make sure that you understand. I need you to be the person that you were meant to be. I need you to be the person that you were born to be. I need you to be the person that knows and understands and believes without a shadow of a doubt that you can be whatever it is you want to be. You may not want to be a multimillionaire. You may just want to be a thousandaire. That's okay. You can. You just have to believe that you can. You may not want to retire at the age of 50. That's okay. You may want to retire at 65, 70, whatever. That's okay. You just have to learn to believe in who you believe, right? And do the things that you want to do and live the life that you were meant to have. Because I'm telling you, folks, it's right there for you. The only difference between ordinary and extraordinary, folks, is extra. You see, I know the word, to educators out there, I know the word is extraordinary, but I don't like that word. I like the word extra. And because this is my show, I can call it extraordinary, folks. Now, let me tell you what, the only difference between winning and losing is belief. You have to believe, first of all. The only difference between hot water and boiling water is 1 degree, folks. It's not a whole lot of difference. See, at 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, water boils. With boiling water comes steam. With steam, you can power a train. The only difference between a person that's reaching their full potential and not reaching their full potential is desire. And, you know, once you have desire, whoo, man, everything else changes in your life. Napoleon Hill says, any person that wins at an undertaking must be willing to burn his ships and cut all sources of retreat. Only by doing so can they maintain a mindset known as a burning desire to win. You see, a burning desire to win is a desire that's all-encompassing. It gravitates throughout your body. It's a desire that no one else can put out. It's a fire that burns inside of you for success, for greatness that no one else can put out. Even when they tell you, hey, you're not ready for that promotion. You're not ready for this next thing. The desire is there and it can never be put out unless you put it out yourself. So don't blame it on other people. You have to blame it on yourself. You see, when somebody tells you no, you have to go look for your yes somewhere else. When somebody tells you you can't, you have to go find you can somewhere else. When somebody somebody tells you you're not ready, you have to go somewhere else where somebody else is going to tell you you're ready. You see, when somebody tells you that, somebody tells you whatever it is, you have to go find that other person that's going to tell you, yes, you're ready. We're ready for you. You're good enough. You can win. You're going to be successful. And then all of a sudden, life starts to change for you. Now, I'm going to give you 3 self-reflection questions, and I want to make sure that you write these questions down, and then I'm going to get on out of here and let you have a great rest of your Friday and a great rest of your weekend. The first question is, have I accepted myself for who I am? You see, if you never accept yourself for who you are, even all your insecurities, even all your past failures, even where you were born, even where you were raised, even all of those things, even the lack of education, all of that. When you start accepting yourself for who you are, it changes everything. The second question I want you to reflect on is, how can I remain true to myself? How can I remain true to myself? Not how can I remain true to this person or that person or any other thing. How can I remain true to myself? And the third and final question I want you to reflect on and I want you to think about is, what can I do to get to know myself better? What can I do to get to know myself better? You see, folks, when you understand who you are and you accept who you are, even with all your quirks, even with all of your imperfections, when you accept who you are, the world will accept who you are. When you are insecure about who you are, the world is going to be insecure about who you are. Look, folks, I know I'm not the perfect guy. I have things that need to, that I can work on. I'm okay with that. I accept it. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. And that is totally okay with me. And you have to be the exact same way. Be okay when not everybody is going to like you. It's okay. That's the way of the world. Look, I don't like everybody. So it's okay if everybody doesn't like you. You have to be willing, though, to accept who you are. And I'm telling you, folks, when you do, the world opens up. Life opens up. Opportunities start coming your way. Just be comfortable with who you are. That's what I want to leave you with today. Live the life that you were born to live. Be the person that you are supposed to be. I have a lot of great friends who live that type of lifestyle, and they're enjoying themselves with all their imperfections. That's okay. So thank you guys for tuning in to another version of Friday Mental Motivation. I want to bring you 15 minutes. Well, today it's 23 minutes of intense pain to help you get outside your comfort zone and live the extraordinary life. So go put a little extra in your life today. Hey, thank you guys very much. Before I go, make sure you go to my YouTube page and subscribe to my YouTube page, and then share this post. You may know a person that needs this. Edward Gordon, I appreciate you. I see that you've been putting some names in the comments there. Share this with someone. Maybe you don't need it. You have everything. You are living a life that you're supposed to live, but you know someone else that needs this. You know a friend. You have a nephew, a niece, a cousin, an auntie, an uncle, a school teacher, a business associate. They need this message today because they're struggling with something. You know who they are. Go ahead and hit share or tag them on this message. This message is for them. Thank you very much. And go put a little extra in your life. Thank you guys and have a great Friday.